Hey, welcome back to Enact. It's Friday afternoon. You've been working hard all week. Meetings, emails, tasks, deadlines. You're exhausted. But as you look back at the last 5 days, you don't feel productive. You feel like you got nothing done. That disconnect between effort and accomplishment is what we're talking about today. This matters right now because you're probably sitting there feeling frustrated, maybe even a little defeated. You put in the hours, you showed up, but the satisfaction isn't there. And that feeling can spill into your weekend, making it harder to recharge and come back strong on Monday. So what does this struggle actually look like? Let me describe something I've noticed in myself and in conversations with friends and colleagues. You start Monday with a clear to-do list. By Wednesday, you've checked off items, but new tasks have appeared. Urgent emails, last-minute requests, unexpected problems. You're reacting instead of creating. By Friday, your original goals feel distant, buried under what Newport calls shallow work in his book Deep Work, those administrative tasks that fill time but don't move important projects forward. Research backs this up. A study from the University of California, Irvine, found that office workers are interrupted every 11 minutes on average, and it takes over 23 minutes to get back to the original task. That fragmentation makes it hard to build momentum on meaningful work. Another common experience: you spend hours in meetings that feel necessary but don't result in clear decisions or progress. You leave wondering what was accomplished. Here's a real observation from my own life. A few months ago, I ended a particularly busy week feeling completely unproductive. I'd worked late several nights, responded to hundreds of messages, and attended countless virtual meetings. But when I looked at my main project, writing a report that required deep thinking, I'd barely started. The urgent had crowded out the important. Sound familiar? That experience taught me something crucial. Busyness doesn't equal productivity. We often measure our weeks by how full they were, not by what we actually moved forward. This is why Friday can feel so disappointing. You're tired from the activity, but you haven't seen the results that matter to you. So what can you actually do about this? Here are 3 practical strategies based on real observations and research. First, implement a weekly review. This isn't my idea. It comes from productivity systems like Getting Things Done. Every Friday afternoon, take 20 to 30 minutes to look back at your week. Don't just scan your calendar. Ask specific questions. What did I complete? What progress did I make on my most important goals? What distractions pulled me away? This creates clarity. You might discover you accomplished more than you thought. Or you might identify patterns, like certain times of day when you're most likely to get derailed. Second, protect time for deep work. Again, drawing from Newport's research, schedule blocks in your calendar for focused, uninterrupted work on your most important tasks. Treat these blocks as non-negotiable appointments. I found that even 2 90-minute sessions per week can dramatically increase my sense of accomplishment. It's not about working more hours, it's about working with more intention. Third, redefine what productive means. We often equate productivity with checking off tasks, but sometimes the most valuable work doesn't fit neatly on a to-do list. Maybe you had a difficult conversation that cleared the air with a colleague. Maybe you learned something new that will help you next week. Maybe you simply maintained your energy instead of burning out. Acknowledge these wins. I keep a weekly wins list, not just tasks completed, but moments of growth, connections made, or problems avoided. I know, it sounds simple, but these small shifts can change how you experience your work week. They help you move from feeling like you're constantly catching up to feeling like you're moving forward. Now, I want to ask you a real question. When you look back at this past week, what's one thing you did that actually moved something important forward for you? It could be work-related, personal, anything. Tell me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. This is Enact. You know what to do. Now go do it.